Hi, my friends. I hope you're having a great week so far. My name is Misty Sims, and if you found me, you found my little corner of the internet that I like to call Beyond Reasonable Doubt, where we talk all things true crime, the heinous, the culty, all the things. So I'm so happy you found me and you took a chance by clicking that video, clicking on the link to this video, and I do hope that you'll stick around and subscribe and hear what I've got to talk about in my little head. And if you are coming back for a second round, third round, I'm so happy to have you here, and I love you guys so, so much. Before we get into today's video, I do want to remind you guys that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and anything we talk about here today, I mean no harm to anybody that we speak about or the victims of the crime, family members, anything like that. This is just simply information that I have found on the internet that I have compiled into one source as a lady with a camera, a mic, and too much to say. So let's get right into this, but as always, do your own research as this case is developing all the time as we speak. So today's case, I'm like shifting around in my chair already. It's very heavy. It's gut-wrenching. This is a case that no one wants to cover. A lot of folks have covered it. I think different things are coming out all the time about it right now, but we know the facts. They're pretty cut and dry, and it's gonna mess your day up a little bit. But today we are talking about the case of Chad Doerman. And if this case doesn't make you as a parent want to just hug your kids tight, hold them close, and just protect all the kids in the world, I don't know what will. So let's get right on into it. You've probably seen this covered on other true crime channels already. Hopefully I'll bring something a little new to the table. We're going to cover a lot of footage, and there is body cam footage in this of Chad, and the children are in the body cam footage, but we are going to put in the version that has been blocked out, so you cannot see them in that video. If you're listening over on Spotify, you can go over to YouTube, or you can download the video on Spotify and be able to see it. But who is Chad Doerman, and what is going on with this guy? Chad Doerman is a 32-year-old man from New Richmond, Virginia, which is located in Claremont County. And prior to his heinous actions, he was living with his wife, Laura, his stepdaughter, Alexis, and his 3 sons, Clayton, who was 7, Hunter, who was 4, and Chase, who was 3. They lived in a modest but a beautiful home, and, just seemingly had the sweetest little blended family. There was nothing to suspect from the outside, really, that things were wrong. If you look at like Facebook photos or anything like that of this family that Chad was posting, you just pictured him as being the doting father that's, taking him to baseball games and doing all the things, But on June 15th of this year, so just a few weeks ago, not very long ago, this small town in Claremont County would change forever. 911 officers were dispatched to the house on Laurel Lindell Road, responding to a 911 call made by a passerby who said that a young lady had run up to her and told her that her stepfather was killing everyone. So this 911 call is it's just terrifying. I'm so thankful this lady was there, but if you listen to the terror in her voice as we play this for you, you can tell she's uncertain what's going on. She wants to help, and then she's also probably concerned, like, well, where is this guy? Is he running after Alexis? What is going on? So I'm going to put that in here for you now.
911, where's your emergency?
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop and the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
Get into the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lindell Road.
You said what?
It's Laura Lindell Road.
Okay, and what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house. I did. I'm on the phone with them right now.
you say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family, but I think she ran to the fire department.
So she went to the fire station. What did she look like?
She's she's probably a young teenager, probably like 16 maybe, with long blonde hair. And she has a black dog.
Did she say anything about a baby?
I don't know about no baby. She said she just couldn't leave her family. But I see a car running around. I'm sorry?
Do you see anything from the house?
So I drove down the road a little bit, so I was afraid that I was going to get shot myself since I interacted with her face to face. So I'm just about maybe 3 houses down. But she's waiting at the corner. I don't know what she's doing, but I kind of still see her in the corner. But I saw a car kind of came around and whipped around, so I'm not exactly sure if that's him or if he's chasing her or not. I'm sorry?
What kind of vehicle was it?
I saw it was like a gray. Did you see that car whip around? It's one of the fire department guys.
Okay.
I think maybe a fire department guy. It was a regular kind of Focus-looking gray car.
Okay, we have help on the way. Thank you so
Dark
much.
gray.
Okay,
all right.
So as you can see or hear, Alexis had taken off from the house when the chaos broke out, and she had run down the road. Apparently there was a fire station close by. She had her dog with her, and she was just trying to get some help. She saw what was happening to the boys, and she took off. So what were these events? How was this unfolding at home? Well, as it sounds from recent discovery, things like that, Chad had come home from work, just much like he did every day, and he came in and he asked the boys and Laura to lie down and take a nap with him. At some point during this nap, I guess the others were asleep, he arises from his slumber, goes and procures himself a weapon from his home. One that, from all indication, I have not heard that this was an illegal weapon. He then proceeded to execute one of his sons, the youngest, while he was in the bed. And everybody's waking up at this point. I mean, you can't not wake up when people are being, executed like that right next to you. And the boys begin to run. And Laura is screaming. She's freaking out. I mean, first of all, I think if I woke up from a deep sleep and that's going on around me, it's going to take you a second to be like, wait a minute, this is real. I feel like I was having a dream. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, this is not a dream. This is reality. I mean, I got woke up last night by my daughter coming into my room at 2 a.m. And she was just telling me hey, can't sleep, whatever. But it took me a second to get my bearings and realize that one, I'm awake and I'm hearing this, and then two, it's not somebody else in the room, when you hear the door creak open in the middle of the night or whatever. So I can only imagine how Laura is feeling when you're shocked awake by this stuff going on. So the other boys start to try to get away. As we understand it, one did make his way out. I'm not sure of their, house situation. I'm going to drop in some pictures as best as we know it, and that we can see from Google images and things like that. But he made some distance. He was able to get away, but he's a little kid, and his dad ran him down, and he did injure him in the back in this run. And then, as we understand it now, he brought him back to the house where he finished the execution. And he also then finished the third child. So, what is happening right here? And Laura, she bless her heart, I can't imagine watching this happen. She struggles with him at one point. She's trying to get this weapon away from him. She's doing what a mama would do, or as best as she can in the situation, because I don't think anybody knows what they're going to do in this situation. You like to think I play these out, especially doing true crime, right? I'm over here playing this out in my head, I would have done this, and I would have taken him out, and I'd hit him on the back of the knees, or I don't know. I'm being silly, but then it hits, and it's reality, and it's what you're actually facing. And by all accounts, this is the man she loves, right? This is her husband. And you've got to come to the realization all of a sudden that this is not the man you know. This is not who you thought you knew. This is not him anymore. This is something that you're not used to dealing with. So there's realization number one. Then, you're dealing, why did y'all not tell me I got this crazy hair there? Why am I like this? But you got to deal with that. And then you're watching your babies one by one. And reality is I would think, I don't like I said, I don't know because I wasn't there. And thank God, I hope I will never be in a situation like that. But you've got to think it's like watching a movie play out, but it's your real life and you're having to sink into that moment. I mean, we've all experienced loss in our lives and it's very hard to come to grips with. I think I lost my mom actually in January, and it's July now, and it's still hard for me to accept and to realize, and that was through sickness. I cannot imagine this type of scenario playing out in front of your face. Like you're sitting there, you're watching it unfold and then trying to figure out how to act. I can't. So I've seen a lot of hate online for Laura, and I kind of want to throw that out there that none of us have ever hopefully been in this situation. If you have, I'm sure we've all reacted differently. I react different than Laura would. Laura would react different than me, but she did try to fight this guy, and that's when he injured her with the weapon in her hand. And I'm censoring this a lot on YouTube because I'm still trying to, I think we're at like 10 subscribers now or something. It's not huge right now, so if you're watching this in the future, I'm hoping that now we're at like, I don't know, 100,000, and you're like, what, 10? I can't believe she was ever just at 10. But I'm trying to make my way and make my presence known on YouTube, so I don't want to say anything that's too too triggering that might get me censored on there. But it is unfortunate that Laura was injured in the process, but he did it, like, I feel like meticulously, that he knew by taking out her hand or her arm, she couldn't fight anymore, but she wasn't down enough that she wasn't going to have to still watch what had happened. He left her, and thankfully, I don't want anything more to have happened to her. That's not what I'm insinuating. But it was like cruel. It was cruel. I feel like he knew what he was doing, and he was punishing her for something. And I feel like all this will come out later. I've heard rumors online and rumors from neighbors and things like that he was always fighting with them. There were financial issues or this, that, and the other. I think at one point, too, I've heard that she was getting ready to leave. So that could very well be true. But he was punishing her for something. I feel like he was wanting to drive home a point to make her watch this in his sick mind. And let's be clear, I don't care what she did. He's the sick one in this for doing something like that. And it's going to be hard for somebody to ever change my mind on that. Normally, I keep my opinions until the end. And I think I'm just going to kind of stop doing that because I seem to fail every time I say I'm going to do that. But this guy's sick. He was sick. And to just drive that home a little farther for you, I'm going to drop in some body cam footage from these officers that responded to the scene. And what I want you to see is how Chad was reacting, how Chad was talking to them. You can see that the black boxes in the video, and those unfortunately are the little boys, but they are censored out. And I want you to listen to what he's saying, and then also you can hear Laura screaming in the background. She's screaming about what he's done and what's happening and just distraught. I mean, you can hear it in her voice. She is just a mess, as one would expect to be. And it is just, it's heartbreaking. So I'm going to play that for you now.
On towards us! Stand up with your hands up!
We got much of it later. Not showing his hands, not following commands.
Stand up now!
Not showing hands or following commands.
But for
His
starters,
name is
you
Chad
cannot
Doerman.
hold
Chad
me
Doerman.
from the factory by
I know, but we can't think.
First aid and he's not complying. You know he's a
no
shooter.
phone, just like if we had rusted out and told
We gotta
us.
find cover first. We ain't no good if we ain't safe ourselves.
The 21 window one. It's the one that's worth 100 and something $1,000. So if you had one of those, and you wouldn't restore it.
Hey, no. We need to come from this side where we can see them. Don't take cover behind her. We see them. We're going to approach from this side. We got cover. Right here.
Six covered. We gotta go. 29 and 63 is check out. Right now.
Show us your fucking hands now! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up!
EMS, the stage, and air carrier is going to go ahead and fly whenever any units can advise.
Get your hands out of here.
72.
Tell them we're 21.
It's
in the air.
There's people that need first aid, and that's the shooter who's not complying. They need to take care of the
I got it.
victims. They have to shoot him and shoot him.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober. Never did drugs a day
63,
in my
we're
life.
21. Get the EMS over here.
Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside.
We on primary?
Now.
29, we got 3 kids down. 3 kids down, 16 kids up.
Gatlin.
63, we're 21.
Knock
Have
it off.
EMS respond over here.
You're clear, they're being advised.
Robert 34, just started mass casualty response.
63, do you want them to respond to the Laurel Lindale address? Where exactly do you need them?
We're right in the front yard. What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna
I
get
ain't
you
gonna
here
do
in a
nothing. I ain't running
second.
away. You can do whatever you want with me.
Here. You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
This is Will.
So, first thing that catches me on this video is that he keeps saying that he's sober. I'm sober. So it leads me to believe that there's been some substance issues in the past. Maybe the police have responded before several times. I've looked into that and seen that there's rumors that there has been some things. We'll wait till more of that comes out. But then it floors me because the biggest thing that he seems concerned about, he's not trying to talk to his wife and calm her or tell the officers, please go respond to her or whatever. He's worried about the damn dog. Like, the dog. Like, I mean, and I love my dog. My dog's over here on my bed right now because, if she needed to borrow the car, I'd let her. But he's worried about that dog. Like, he's just wanting to get the dog put up, I guess, so because the dog sounds like it's defending its property, right? Like, it's barking and doing what dogs would do. I guess he's fearful that the officers might put the dog down, kind of like he just put his kids down. Chad, you jerk. But he's just worried about getting the dog inside. That's it. And then once the dog's dealt with, he's inside and you're hearing Laura's just screams and the police are trying to understand what's going on. They got him down, whatever. He starts talking about how uncomfortable he is. And can he roll over? And can he do this? Chad, how uncomfortable do you think your kids were, buddy? How uncomfortable do you think poor Alexis was, like, running down the road for her life? And it's rumored now, too, that she tried to get one of the little boys out with her. She tried. She is 16 years old, y'all. 16. This girl should not be held responsible for having to save lives on a regular day. Like, she's just trying to get her driver's license and things like that. And he put her in this situation. And he's worried about he's uncomfortable. I hope you are. I hope you are uncomfortable. Quite frankly, I hope you got a rock up your nose. Like, I don't care about you right now, Chad. I don't. You took all that. You took that from me because you did this to these kids. And we're watching these little, we watched the video, we're watching these little, black boxes all around. And we know what they are. They are your kids. Like, I can't with you. I don't have words for this. Like, you're uncomfortable. Probably not going to be the only time you're uncomfortable through all this, buddy. And like, probably not. So you might as well just freaking get used to it. But I do love, like, the officer is taking him to the patrol car, and I'll drop that part in here.
Airplane's flying, but they need an LV and that's coming.
Can you get the wallet out of my back pocket? Shut up, dude. You have the right to remain silent, you fucking user. Yes, sir.
Take the call. I'm on the mouse right now. I'm almost there. Yeah, 9 is where Chief and Captain's away.
Hold on.
So you can hear him taking him to the patrol car, and I laugh because I think this officer was holding his cool, and I don't know anything about this gentleman, I don't know if he has children or what, but he's walked up on the scene from hell, right? And he's keeping his cool, and Chad's over here like, can I get my wallet? Can I do this? Like, first of all, you don't need your wallet. Where you're going, bud? You don't need it. They're going to take care of it. They're going to know who you are. You okay? You going to get a jumpsuit and a number, and you going to calm down. But he's just like, get in the car, just shut up, and I'm like, a silent clap for you, officer, for putting this dude in the back of the car and not probably, like, I mean, we applaud you for your composure, because quite frankly, I think had that have been me, I like, buddy, I don't know. I probably would have, like, tripped you on the way out or something. I'm not saying that he should be brutalized or anything like that, but I mean, when some dude that has just done this to these 3 babies, I've walked up on this scene, and now I got to deal with your sorry butt. I'm probably gonna, like, just be real pissed at you when you're sitting there. Can I get my wallet? I mean, why didn't you just ask for a drink and a snack? Like, why didn't you just ask him for that? Hey, can you guys swing through, like, Arby's on the way, or Zaxby's, or Chick-fil-A or something? I'm hungry. Like, shut up, bro. Like, I'm over it. I mean, the fact that not only did you do this to your babies, these were your kids, your babies that you raised, that you had and raised, you ran one of them babies down, bro. You ran one of them babies down and drug him back to the house. I just got chills. Like, I'm so mad at you, Chad. I'm so mad at you. I hear people, like, I think because we covered Elliot Rogers, right? And, like, he was talking about the Chads and the Stacys. I think this is the Chad he's talking about. You're the Chad. You are the Chad that he was talking about. So, anyways. So, Chad's in custody, and he is going to be facing trial, I believe, or something. Right now, the prosecution is just trying to piece together what happened, because I think we all know, we know what happened, we know the facts, but there's a motive, right? What was the motive here? What was Chad, trying to do by this? And a lot of people, I think they don't care. They don't care. They're, it's like, he shot his kids. We don't care. But for some of us, like, I always like to understand the why, and it's not because it excuses it, because it doesn't. It's just the psychology. We've talked about this before. The psychology behind it does fascinate me. So it's intriguing to me to listen to, well, and I'm throwing this, I'm just making this up, but let's say she was filing for divorce for whatever reason. I mean, I can very clearly see that she probably has a reason, because I don't think you go from nothing to doing this and there was nothing in between. Like nothing happened. Like you were just a great guy until then, like a deacon in your church and serving, food to the homeless and things. I doubt it. You were probably kind of a crap husband already. So let's just say that she was filing for divorce. Was that the trigger? Like, you're mad and you're like, I'm just going to take out the whole family and make her watch. Was that what it was? I don't know. But his defense attorney, he's given this whole confession. Everybody knows what happened. And his attorney asked for a $75,000 bond. And that judge, he wasn't having it. The defense came in. They said, no. No, this should be $20 million because this guy is a threat. He is a danger. Look what he did. Look at these 3 babies. Look at these pictures. Look at this body cam footage. And they probably didn't have black boxes over it. Look at what happened. $20 million. And that judge said, can do, honey. Can do. 20 mil, ka-ching. So, Chad got a little emotional, as you can see here, when that was like handed down to him. And I don't know. I think somebody was cutting an onion, or he's just a bad actor, because I don't believe this Joker. I don't believe you did what you did knowingly, and now you want to cry about it. Maybe, you didn't care on the scene. Look how dang calm he was. Like, he was calm. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to hurt anybody else. Like, I did what I did. Now, I'm a little uncomfy, but he's not showing any emotion. So why are you emotional now, Chad? Why you got feelings now, Chad? I don't buy it. I don't buy it a bit. I think he was trying to like win that judge over or make somebody feel sorry for him, and that judge didn't buy it. And kudos to him for not buying it. But I just, no. So the preliminary trial was on June 26th. Chad has fully admitted that he had been planning this for months, but yet on Facebook, like I said, he was posting pictures, and he was just a monster in hiding is what he was. And like I said, more facts have come out. We've heard Alexis's full story about running from the house and running towards the fire station, meeting this lady on the road, this Good Samaritan that provided assistance and aid. We've heard about the order of events of the children and their ultimate demise. And I know, I think Chad's in protective custody now, as far as in the prison system, but I don't see it, y'all. I don't see how he can explain this away. Whatever your excuse is, I want to hear it. I want to know what was so worth it to take the lives of 3 babies, your babies. What was worth it? I don't think I'm going to understand it. I know I'm not. I don't think anybody's going to care, but I just want to hear it. And I think everybody deserves to be able to stand and face him in court if they want to, like Laura and Alexis, if they want to give any kind of victim statement or anything like that. That was probably, to me, if you've watched the Gannon Stouch case, and I want to cover that one. It's kind of controversial right now because there's another YouTuber that apparently shared autopsy photos of Gannon on Patreon. I have not seen that. I've just heard about it. Personally, think that I would not do that. He's a child. It's not okay. But I'm not gonna get into that. But the case itself is very just insane. The trial was insane. Letitia Stouch, his stepmother, is insane. But the most impactful piece of that whole thing for Gannon, to me, was his mother's statement at trial when the verdict, was coming down and all that stuff. And she gave the most it was emotional, it was raw, but she thought it out. It was wonderful. She did Gannon just so proud. And I think that Laura and Alexis deserve that same time to be able to do that if they so choose. So I don't know, y'all. We're going to follow this one till the end. This guy is, he may be the male version of Casey Anthony for me at this point. Like, I am so mad at him. Like, I can't even. And just looking at those sweet babies' faces, and they you know, that's their dad. They trusted him. They trusted him with everything. They trusted him with their lives, and he betrayed them completely and in the worst way possible. So that's it for me today, guys. That was heavy. So go snuggle a stuffed animal, your puppy, your kids, whatever, because this one's rough. We're going to follow this till the end, so we'll be back to cover some more things on the trial. If you're not already subscribed and you're not already liking this, please do so, or follow on Spotify. It really helps me out a whole lot so I can keep bringing you more true crime all the time. And until next time, I need you to stay sweet, my cupcakes, and stay safe out there. And I love you. Bye.